tough light. It's in the afternoon. But here we are, guys. I've been backfilling this because nothing's going into the wall there of the root cellar. Next, I'm going to be focusing right here. I'm about to grab Ricky over there. Okay, but I dug the trench for the drain in here, and I also backfilled some of the floor with some just beautiful natural clay that I have an abundance of, and shaped it all to this general area. And this is just a like a flush catch basin, and this grid pops off. There's a drain right there. I got to clean it out now. I put some water in here already, but to test everything out. So the line goes underneath the footer, and then it goes, when I did that, I, mixed up some concrete and made sure I wasn't disturbing the footer. But anyway, I used all this clay in here and sloped it. I know it's hard to tell on camera, but I sloped it all the way over here. I'm gonna have water tanks right there. And if those overflow for some reason, there's a malfunction, like the water pump just keeps pumping, it will overflow and it'll just run all the way down here. And then the other fear is if there's any groundwater, which there shouldn't be, but if there is torrential, biblical rain, whatever, and it comes in through the sides, it would go inside and catch up with that slope and just exit. So it exits. I did a new trench this way, and it goes all the way to that rock over there. Let's go over there real quick. All right, here's said rock, and the pipe is sticking out and just shoots down the hill. And yeah, gravity takes it that way, away from my road. So everything's good in the hood here. Let's go back up there. Matter of fact, let's start up Ricky here, and we'll get the backhoe in action, and we are gonna make some steps so that we can get into the root cellar. And then the steps are gonna be I got plenty of rocks. We're gonna do some just natural rocks as steps. We'll pick out a few and set them in, and hopefully Meg likes them. Do you need a little, you haven't been started. Ricky's been dirtier. All right, we got some cavity there. That'll work. Working in some really wet conditions the other day. Ricky's kind of dirty. While Ricky's warming up, I mean, look how muddy it's been. Look at my tracks. Not my tracks, my undercarriage. It's just look at this. Ugh. Goodness. All right, this is going to be our first step. It'll face inside that way, the flat side. And there's another one there. There's a couple flat ones, and I have about, I don't know, maybe 140 tons of just boulders. Yeah, it just goes on and on and on. Look at these. Look how cool these are. Yeah, a lot of these I'm using to shape the switchbacks. Like there's another flat one though. So we have quite a few to choose from. We'll save some cool ones for landscaping, but there's more everywhere. You know, I should probably tell you what I'm doing. Yeah, I should. Okay, there's going to be a staircase here. On the sides here, see, we need access to the root cellar, and it's going to be stairs coming down. There's a number of ways you could do it. You could have like a really flat looking cellar door that opens up like this. I wanted just a normal door. You walk up to it, it's going to be like out there somewhere. You open it up and you take a few steps down. And then there's going to be walls over here with a little lean-to roof. That's it. So I'm going to build off of this part of the wall right here, wherever the grade is, which is going to be around here somewhere. Here-ish. I'm going to just take some natural stones and make that little triangle that I'm removing right now. But first, I need to get these big rocks in to actually make the stairs themselves. And then just build kind of freestyle. Matter of fact, let's go to the computer and I'll show you a rendering of the building. There's no siding on it, but it's going to give you an idea of the room layout inside, outside, and kind of like what this area is. So let's take a look at that real quick. Okay, here's the structure that we are building. Currently, I'm talking to you right here. Now, we will have stone steps, not concrete steps like what we have here. But this structure, the grade is right about here, and there'll be just a normal door that you could open up outwards and walk into the root cellar comfortably. And later in this episode, we're going to be adding this lintel right here. I'll take you down into the root cellar in a second and show you some components that are in there. But while we're out here, let me show you the general layout. I'm going to turn off the roof. And I think that can help us see things a little bit better. Alright, the front door is here. There's also a closet in the corner here where we were going to be putting our solar equipment, but we're not anymore. So in the front, there's just a small window here, and then Meg has this really nice 5 by 5 foot window back here. We'll have some furniture in there, and Meg will be able to work in this location. There's also going to be a full bathroom right here. This is going to be the sink, obviously the toilet, and then a shower, so that this can double as a guest bedroom if we have company. Now, going down into the root cellar, let's remove the framing. As we enter down the stairs and come in here, these are the two IBC tote tanks. They will be side by side. The water enters this one, and then it overflows into this one, and then it gets sucked up out of this one into this device, which is called an easy box. That will pressurize the water and serve it to our house area. After that gets pressurized, it goes into a water softener, and then the line comes out here below grade to serve the house and everything else, and the wood boiler, which is over here and over here. Also down here, there's some solar equipment. I don't know where these are going to be located yet, but we have 2 inverter chargers and 4 server rack batteries that are going to be installed in this nice, cool environment. So I hope that gives you a little bit of an idea as to, you know, painting a picture for you. All right, I hope that made sense. It looks like I just need to reposition the tractor a little bit and get some dirt out on this side and this side, so when it comes time, I could fill in those areas with the rock work that I'm going to do and just some mortar. And then I'll flatten out the bottom here and have some bottom plates and then build up a couple walls. So that's kind of the idea. this one. Okay, it's not too big. I think I'll put this chain around it, grab it with that thing, and then lift it over that thing, put it in the hole, let it go, and then use the backhoe to kind of pull it into position. Yeah, let's try it. Hey, Maddie. Maddie, come. Do you have a better idea? What is it? She just wants me to start up the machine so a mouse might run out. Okay, Maddie, let me go get the keys. Okay. Got cold last night. We gotta glow plug it. You know the drill. Hold on. Here we go. We had a mouse run out of there. She never forgot. Got to get it over the wall and into the hole. Yeah, baby! Look at that! Oh yeah! All right, let's go, baby. You gotta watch. You can't leave the machine running when you like have to lean over it like this, because if these hydraulics go up, it'll just squish me. Ugh. Like you're relying on a computer. And I've seen the Terminator many times. I don't trust you, Skynet. Ugh. All right. Yeah. it forward. Over here. Like an inch, dude. That was 2. That's pretty lined up now. Yeah! Sweet! Alright. Alright. I just got back from Lowe's. Spent a small fortune. I bought one of these Schedule 40 pipes. I'm going to use for going through the block wall and up to the floor joists of the structure, because the bathroom is going to be on this side. We're having a full bathroom in here. Many of you have expressed concern to do that, at least do a toilet and a sink. We're also putting in a shower so that this is not just Meg's office. We could, if someone wants to stay with us for an extended time, they could have a place here and a little bedroom with a full bathroom. So we're going to do that. This pipe is going to get through the wall, and then we're going to switch over to this SDR35 pipe. To my research, this stuff is better with the chemical resistant than just the white stuff, but it's used for sewer main applications. Problem is they're 2 different outer dimensions. So I'm using these Schedule 40 fittings. This is a swoop, a long swoop, so it'll sit like this. Septic tank's right there getting filled up right now with water, so that it stays put. It kind of came up when it rained, whoops. But anyway, this will go through the inlet hole of that septic tank. This side will go to the house, and this side will come to the office here. But it's got to switch up to this pipe here. I don't know if it's windy, sorry if it is. So in order to switch it over, you need these, I got 3 of them here. You need these adapters. That the green goes in this side, and that goes over to Schedule 40. Your normal PVC dimension. So every time you switch to a white Schedule 40 to an SDR35, you need these bushings. I just learned that today. I didn't know that. Anyway, once it goes through the wall, we'll be going up with an elbow. I have a little clean out there, and then I'm going to end it right there before I get the joists all hung up. I think that's it. But goodness gracious, could spend $300 on just plastic parts real quick. What the hell is this for? I think this is a clean out for the house, yeah. So I got a clean out for the office, and I'll have a clean out for the house over there. Put it that way, shoot it down the main line there. So I think that's it, right? Okay, we're gonna go well below the frost line here. We're gonna get the backhoe, kind of scoop this out all the way, get it mounted in there, and let's get to work. good slope there. It's gonna work out nice. All right, guys, figuring out this slope. Slope on a 4-inch pipe is supposed to be somewhere around a 1/4 inch per foot minimum. And you don't want it too aggressive because then liquids go quicker than the solids, and that's not a good situation. That's a crappy situation. Anyway, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use the trusty water level. We're gonna put this yardstick. Let's go over here. Now this is a 10-foot pipe, and I'm pretty much 10 feet to that wall before I switch over to the Schedule 40 white pipe. So let's get this thing. I'm glad I made this thing. There's so many uses for this water level. I'm going to let the bubble equalize out. It's right here. Call it the bubble. It's the level, the line of water. Okay. And then I'm going to get this yardstick on here. Now I'm measuring to the top of the pipe. Top of the hole on the tank is going to be the top of my pipe. So where's the line? I'm going to offset it a little bit. So I'm going to clip it at the 10-inch mark right there. I'm going to double check, make sure that's clamped in the right spot. My closest 1/4 inch, I would say. Yeah, it's pretty stinking close. Right at 10 there. All right, cool. So I know, now when I go over there, I want this to be above and over 10 feet. If we're doing a 1/4 inch per foot, right? That's going to be, what, 2.5 inches I want it to be? So let's go see where I need to go into the wall here. Okay, I'm way down here. Look, if the pipe, if I put it where I thought I was going to put it, my bubble is way down here, and that's 10 inches. That's almost 1 inch per foot. So if I go down to the next core, if I put the pipe, top of the pipe through almost the top of that core, I'm right at, that's 2 1/4. So it needs to be 2 1/2. So I'm going to come right up to the grout line, and that should be perfect. Cool. Right there. I'm going to make a mark right where I want it. That's really the perfect slope right there. All right, so instead of the top of the pipe being up here, it's going to be down here, and that gives me a little bit more than a 1/4 inch per foot of run of pipe, which is the perfect recommended amount for that diameter pipe. All right, now I can confidently put a hole into the wall here. through the wall. I just barely want like a finger space. That'll keep the pipe just a little bit of wiggle room for the pipe. Now the clean out, I guess, should go around here, whereas if we needed to snake it, it's at a comfortable height. Let's see. So if I was right about there. All right, we'll do 18 inches. 18 inches. Then I'm going to leave this open, and then when we get the structure built, we'll drop the 4-inch in and we'll connect it all. So I'm planning out these labels right now. This doesn't say much. When the pipe is underground, I like to have the letters face up, so when you unearth it, you could see that pipe and what it is, the dimension of it, whatever, you know. See how careful you need to be with it, whatever. Now, when doing work with an exposed pipe like this, I don't really want to look at that inside the structure. It's just kind of ugly, right? So you want to hide it. I mean, you could go this way, sure. I mean, I would not do that because then it's extremely difficult to read it. I think the best scenario would be to face the label this way. But if you put a little extra thought into it, let me show you. It's not good to put it like that direction, because when you see, I'm like this, and when you tilt your head to actually see what the pipe is, you're reading it upside down. So if you take a second and just think about it and get a game plan as to which way you want the label to be. See, now when you tilt your head, when you're normally like this, you tilt your head to look at what kind of pipe it is, you could actually read it from left to right. So it's a little thing, but it makes a big difference. If I don't put this on now, I'm going to lose it in the shed or something. So, and then we could dry fit. Once this goes on the Schedule 40, then the SDR pipe goes inside of here. We could do a dry fit before we get everything perfect. This works out. Heck yeah. I'll keep it nice in place as I'm working on it. Let's get the level. Close enough. Solid. Here's the swoop. So I put an adapter here for the green pipe. This will go to the house. This is going into the septic. And I have something else here. So going into the septic will just be the normal white pipe. And it goes in. So this piece, this is called a sanitary tee. I haven't This is the outlet, see, and it has a filter in it. You could buy these with filters in them, which is ideal. So it's pretty clear coming out, but this just gets the particles that might slip its way through, and you can, you know, do maintenance on these things too. You could pull it out, clean it, put it back in. Anyway, it will just with gravity come out of this and then go into the black tank, which then is just effluent water. That will be pumped down into our other system, and then it deposited into the leach field. So that's that. Now, your outlet, which is this one with the filter, your outlet should be a little bit longer than your inlet. So I went ahead and measured, and I got it an inch difference. So it's going to wind up looking something like this. Inside the tank, this will shoot through with a straight pipe at the right spot. And what this thing does, your waste is coming down this way and it shoots down. By the time it gets here, it does not give it the chance to, like the water line's up here. So when the waste comes down here and gets shot down, it doesn't create a rippling effect and then disturb the microorganism environment inside the tank. So I've researched. And this one's cool too. This is called a Tough Tight. I got this one on Amazon just because it had the filter, but it includes both. There's a little bushing in here that if you wanted to use your 35 pipe, you can, but you could just remove it and put your normal Schedule 40 pipe in there. Holy cow. All right, we are finished with the septic line going into the septic tank. Good. Obviously that side there is going to the house. And I spent some time digging the trench for that. I think the plan is to get it in the ground and over to that location there. I'm going to get it deeper though. So we're going to improve this trench a little bit and we're going to link it right in there. And then the inside. Okay, the inside's looking good too. So we're going to now mix some mortar and get that filled in. But first what we're going to do is use this drill, this hammer drill, and over here is going to be where the water's coming in. My water line comes all the way around, and we're going to have that tank and another tank exactly the same, side by side right here in the root cellar. Boom, boom. So I'm measuring the width of the tank so that the water line can come in. Like if the tank is from there, ends about here, I want it to come in right in the middle of the back of the tanks, and then we'll plumb it in. We're going to plumb it into this tank. It's going to overflow to this tank, and it'll be sucked up by it's called an easy box pump over there, and there's going to be a water softener. All right, check our measurements here. 40, is right there through this core. That's so from the inside, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sixth core, and it can go almost to the very bottom. Let's be up a little bit though. Courses, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go in the 7th course, way down there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I'm gonna find a couple small rocks, throw them in from above. They'll fill up to about here, and when I put the mortar in, you'll have a bed to sit on. Oh, that didn't take very long. I grabbed from the pile when I cleaned out the mixer, concrete mixer, so. Into the darkness. All right. All right, good. What I'm going to do is fill this with some foam, the inside of this portion, and do this with mortar. You know, it'd be nice mortar pastry bag. I don't know what you call it. You look like a chef when you're using it though. Let's just put it on the wall, scrape it up. There we go. Get some more in there. Come on, Maddie. You got it. Come on. Jump. Good girl. All right, next we got to fill in this hole. And I don't know where the soil went for that, but it's kind of all over the place, really. I can grab some over there, just make sure there's no rocks in it. But, you know, I just I just noticed something. This SDR35 and this Schedule 40 has the same outer diameter. Now, I cut this piece off so I could, from the pipe I just put in, that last leg that goes into the to the clean out riser. it's the same outer diameter. So my question to you guys that do plumbing, have you ever used the bell end of this 35 pipe onto a Schedule 40 like T or something like that, instead of doing the adapter like I've been doing? I cut this one off like with a little extra, thinking that if I ever need to switch it back over, at least I can save this and use it for something like that. But I just happened to go like this, and I was like, huh, I wonder if this would just slip in to, you know, an elbow or something like that of a Schedule 40 pipe. Let me know. You don't want to steer anymore?
What?
You don't want to steer anymore? Autumn gets nervous when I make her steer.
Yeah.
We're on a mission today. Right, Autumn? I said, Autumn, let's go find some ramps. She said, okay. And then she admitted she doesn't know what I'm talking about. So I'll show you. Let's go. Hey, Autumn.
Yeah?
What's your favorite flower?
Bluebells?
Bluebells.
Yay.
Look at all those bluebells, guys. You want to go see them?
Yeah.
Let's go check them
I
out.
want one.
Well, we have some on our property too.
Oh yeah. Next to the...
Yeah, next to the creek, just like these guys. Let's go check them out. Look how pretty. These are Virginia bluebells, one of the first things to come up in spring. And they're autumn's favorites. All the bees are excited about them. That's cool. So there's some on this side. There's a big patch on that side. This is such a cool season, guys. All these little things pop up as each week passes. These guys are already dying back a little bit. But really pretty flower just on the side of our road.
There's my yellow right there. That's cute.
Yeah? Do they smell good, Autumn?
Ooh, yeah.
They
They
do?
smell like the black... They smell like the tea that I got from Mom.
What, the Earl Grey?
Yeah.
Let me see. Oh, wow, you're right. They do smell good. Good nose. Cool. There's some over here, too. These will just spread like crazy, but they like this kind of creaky type setting on the bank of a creek. All right. So, around us right now, we're in Southwest Virginia. We got bluebells coming up. Our peach trees are starting to flower. They're actually almost done flowering. Morel mushrooms are in season now. And ramps. We're after ramps. We're going to go find them. I know where there's a patch. Last year, we took a few and we transplanted. We ate the top and then we put the bulb next to our creek on our property. I'll show you. And we got about like 5 or 6 popping up. So we're going to take a few more this year, maybe like 3 or 4. We don't want to hit the patch too hard. But yeah, and then we'll start multiplying. Autumn, grab that can. Let's throw it in our... See the can? The beer can over there? Some entitled person thinks this side of the road is their trash can.
Another one right there.
Okay. Let's get rid of this. Yeah, just throw it in the back, honey. Hate when people do that on our road.
Especially when it's safe for them to do it while they're driving.
Oh yeah, you don't want to be doing that. All right, guys, let's go down the road and let's make our way down. All right, folks, we've made it. Look how pretty this creek is. Why is there no trout in this creek? No fish in this creek. Look at that. Yep. What do you think, kiddo?
I think it's good.
Look right up there, Autumn. Look right up there. Let's go get them. This, my friends, is a ramp patch. How do we identify these? Well, number one, if you pick one and smell it, it is very onion garlicky. Also, it's got kind of like a maroon stem. It's usually 2 leaves per ramp. And it's bulbous too, like an onion.
Does it come out like an onion if it's stays like this?
Yeah, I'll show you. All right, so we're gonna just take this little group right here. There's plenty around here. And there's a lot more than last year, so they're definitely reproducing nicely. Look at that. You're okay, Autumn. All right, there's a set of ramps. This was probably one bulb last year, and now there's 3 plants coming out of it, so there'll be 3 bulbs here. What we're gonna do, we'll harvest these guys, and then we'll take this set of bulbs and plant them by us. Let's get maybe like 2 more clumps like this, and we'll call it good. But this is really good in anything like rice, potatoes, anything that you want a garlicky, onion type flavor to. Very strong and potent. Here, Autumn. All right. See, I don't want to disturb too much. Like I just took one right there. And there was probably maybe half of this quantity last year. I think I'm just hitting it at the right time. Bless you. So there's a bunch here. I'm just going to take 1 plant out of there, and next year it'll shoot up some more. But yeah, sure, honey. Yep. Do you want the pick or do you want the shovel? The shovel. Okay. Yeah. Try to get on the edge here, or maybe that big one right there. Grab that one. They're really deep. Try to get that bulb in there.
Can I try to get this one?
Yeah, that one's close to the other ones. Yeah. Atta girl. Geez, you're better than me, Autumn. We pop them out. Nice. I see some good roots there. All right.
Is it okay if that
Yep.
goes out?
Yep. Good deal. All right, let's get one more. Not too close right there. There's got to be probably 100 bulbs in this little area here. All right, but these are wild ramps, and it's fun. But not only this is coming up this year, I'll show you something else that's coming up too. All right, Autumn, we're gonna head back. We'll show the people our little ramp patch too.
Yeah.
All right, good job. So, little small harvest just to enjoy the little seasonal flavor.
Yeah.
All right, Autumn, cut off like to here.
Right there?
Sure. This one doesn't have a bulb. Smell. Smell good?
Beautiful.
You know, it's different, isn't it? It's not like an onion, it's not like a garlic, it's like in between, right?
Yeah.
All right, cut those bulbs off. Good. And these?
Yep. Gotta put them over here.
All right. Good.
Should I let the doggies in?
All right, we're gonna wash these up for tonight. Ah, snow, guys. What do you think?
I think it smells like something I smelled before.
You know, it'd be good.
What?
We could dice these up, put them in mashed potatoes with butter, salt, pepper. Wouldn't that be wonderful?
Yes.
All right, cool. Let's clean these off. We'll put them in a paper towel, keep them nice and cool for tonight. We'll eat these tonight. And what we're going to do now, we're just going to go put these in the ground. I'll show you our other ramp patch that we made. We started last year. We took about like 5 of these last year. And let's go check it out. Come on. All right. Over there, right? All right. Grab your bulbs. Do you have a shovel?
Aw, man.
No, it's right there.
Oh.
Grab it. All right. All right, we are over here. Willie is over there, the Cushman. Autumn has our bulbs that we're going to add to our little patch. Our patch isn't much, but it will turn into something in a couple of years. I'm noticing ours only have 1 leaf on them each. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's one right here, which, look, a deer came along and said, ooh, that's different, and he tried it and spit it out. They really don't like onion too much. But anyway, let's add them over here, Autumn. Like right in here on the hillside. Okay?
Sounds good.
Not a good one. All right, what should we do here? Should we keep this clump together or should we separate? Let's separate them. There. Now we have 2 to plant.
There.
All right, there's one.
Maybe burying them.
Cover them up.
Take the leaf off. Maybe have
They're
a
fine.
bigger one.
They're pretty deep. They get in there pretty deep.
Okay.
All right.
What about this one? I thought
That one's fine. He'll find his way. He'll find his way.
Sticked out. Okay.
Good?
Yes.
Okay, there's that one. This area of the property actually looks like real soil. It's not clay. So that's good. Okay. We'll see you guys next year. We're going to eat your heads tonight. Right, Autumn?
Yep. Thank you for your heads.
So, if you're wanting to forage around morel time or even earlier when it's just like a month or even 2 months before everything really blossoms around in the woods, there's these little spring onions that you can gather. I don't really do the bulbs, but it's a very nice chive taste here. Here, Autumn. I have one, you have one.
Okay.
Taste.
Wait, eat it?
Yeah, taste it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Make sure to rub it out. Interesting.
Taste the slight onion flavor?
Yeah. Tastes kind of like onion.
Yep.
Like a little. I'm not saying a lot. Like, ooh, I like the aftertaste.
Yeah. That's what they look like. Just wild onions. And they're abundant. They're everywhere. So we'll just leave our little guys right here. Everywhere you look. Look, there's some like right here. I mean, I just looked in a random spot and found some. So, if you don't have ramps, that's an alternative for you. Right, Autumn?
Yeah.
Cool. That'd be good on a potato too, sliced up like chives.
Yeah, I've seen you do that before.
Right on.
They're good on potatoes.
Yeah. Side segment here. If you watched last episode, I said I'd follow up. Not much in there. But it is dry as a bone and it is holding some water. And there's nothing really over here coming through. This is where it normally flows. That's a little deer. Look at that. Little guy. Oh, okay. We actually do have a little flow here. It's up here and it's probably going into the ground. Someone slipped. This guy was all dancing around and stuff. So, okay, it's still flowing a little bit. I honestly believe that if I dig out all this soil, that it would... Yeah, you got to dig out the soil and then you have to compact it down because there's a bunch of just perking holes through the walls everywhere and the ground isn't completely solid, if that makes sense. So if you dug it all out and then went with a heavy machine, like my skid steer, if you went with a heavy machine and just back dragged and tracked over it and everything else, I bet you that would smush the clay down enough to make a pond bed. But I did another hole over here. Let's go see that one. I brought the track loader through here a couple weeks ago. And up here, this would be the deep side. I was just seeing what the soil looked like up here. And let's check this out. See, that's wet. But again, it's like there's holes forming. I don't think those are crayfish or anything, or crawdads, whatever you want to call them. It's just the, the soil isn't solid. So, all right, well, we're not going to do anything right now. This is for later on, when we're done with the house, done with the office, and we are really starting to produce our own food and stuff like that on the property. This would be one part of the homestead that would be really nice to have. So I'm not going to waste time. I got better things to do, more important tasks to finish. And But yeah, I'm just thinking ahead. I think it's doable, and I don't think it would cost that much money to get the soil in the proper condition. And the location is great. I like this area. I think it would add a lot of characteristics to the property and make a new little ecosystem for the wildlife. So, all right, moving on. Just wanted to update you guys on that. All right, this is what I'm after. This stuff here, this limestone that's very thin. So I was gonna buy some gravel, some pea gravel, or maybe some 57s, crusher run, something like that. But I mean, this stuff is the same rock as that stuff. Not pea gravel, but see? I mean, it breaks very easy. So we're gonna get these, get them into Willie. That thing can carry a lot, I'll show you. And then we'll get them, I guess I'll dump them into the skid loader and then dump them into the root cellar, and then we'll pound them down with the what do you call it? The little compactor thing. Break them up. I want pieces like about this size. So, all right. All right, up the hill we go. Not bad, about 2/3 full. Let's go dump it in the root cellar. I didn't talk much about this, and reason for that is I'm going to redo this. This took a little while to find these rocks, but when I was laying them down, do you notice something? Well, there's going to be a lintel right here out of a solid piece of timber, and with the step kind of like inside there, I'd have to get in like this. It's not a big deal, but if I take this rock and shift it back so that then like the landing is a whole step lower, it'll save you from bending over as much. So we're gonna take these rocks out, dig more out that way, and then place them accordingly. Maybe we'll put down a thin landing rock instead of this one, but oh well, just didn't think of it. All right, let's do some smashing here. Lintel. Yeah, it's close enough. Jeez. Pretty good. Okay, time to treat. I just boiled some water, 4 cups of water, 1/4 cup of borax. And I'm just gonna Let it dissolve. And we're going to put a generous amount on all 4 sides of this, and this is just a homemade wood treatment. This prevents mold, fungus, rot, and insect. It's an insect repellent. All right, looks nice. Through. This is one of those things where it's like, do I use a machine? I don't know if I can. There's a dip here. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to reach. I'm trying to thread it through this and that anchor bolt, the J bolt. And I got it on the forks. That'd be pretty easy, but I got the backhoe here too. I don't know. Or do I just muscle it up here? I feel like I could just throw it over my shoulders and do it. Why do that if you have machines? I guess I'll move it over the backhoe. That way I can... Yeah, let's get the tractor closer and we'll use the backhoe, get it up there. Okay, there's one. There's not a lot of wiggle room here. So, yes, you will have to slightly duck if you're 6 feet tall like me, but that is great. The steps will go up, so I think on this side, I'm gonna put just a handle here so you could kind of just hold on to that as you're ducking through, but not bad, huh? Got my gasket underneath. Got the other one underneath. Looking good. Let's get the bolts in. You know, Willie makes a pretty good workbench, I must say. All right, time for sill plates. So we're gonna run sill plates. I made them true 8 inches, so they go all the way across the block. And we're gonna put one all the way, the full distance this way, same thing on the other side. And then we're gonna start in a little bit on this one and head over to inside of that one, and the same on the back side. And then that way, when I do the rim joists, it'll be from the outside all the way to the outside, and then we're staggering everything. So let's measure our length, and we will put it on this board. This lovely eastern red cedar, naturally pest deterrent, rot deterrent, and yeah, we'll get to work. Oh gee, Carmen, why are you out of breath? Huh? Did you tell everybody? She just kicked up a turkey, didn't you? How many? 2. Maddie, did you help her? You two run pretty quick after turkeys. You didn't get them though. Wish you did, that'd be tasty. Now I can see them all. Oh my gosh. Well, that's a problem. Now we gotta recess them a little bit. I figured that it goes, I put it like right up to the thread. Geez, that's gotta be 2 inches. I mean, that's just not enough to get the washer and the bolt on. I gotta recess them like each a ½ inch. All right, well, I'll know not to do that again. All right, that should be good. Not the best way to do it, but it did it. All right, good. Pretty stinking straight, Mom. I like doing it by hand. That's just to get them on most of the way, and then I can kind of feel the tightness with this thing better. Okay. I think I discovered a trick, guys. I'm on the next one. All of them are touching pretty much. A little shy in the end there. This one is probably an 1/8 inch up. What I'm gonna do, not moving the board too much, put the nut on it, make it a little bit higher. Hopefully, now it's resting on the nut, and now I could hit the nut. I wonder if it'll leave a mark that's pretty wide. I'm sure it'll leave something. All right, let's see how we did. Oh yeah, that's good enough for me. Not as obvious, but it's there. I mean, it just looks like a letter O. Ready to frame. Okay guys, a lot of little projects this episode, but next episode I'm going to be right back here installing those big, what are they called, IBC tote tanks, I think. Yeah, we're using those as our water storage solution, but it will be pressurized. I'm going to show you how the water's coming in, the plumbing, the air exchange, all that stuff. So kind of like a how-to off-grid water supply that can supply your house. But anyway, thank you guys so much. I will see you next time, and have a good one. Maddie, what, you have a better idea? Huh? What? You just want me to start up that thing so a mouse can run out and you can get him. Yes? All right, Maddie, give me a minute. I know a lot of you people would probably kill to have a awesome rock pile to do some landscaping and stuff, and I hear you. Where I was in South Carolina, we didn't have any rocks, none. It was just sandy, dark black, dark brownish soil. And now I have an abundance of rocks just everywhere. All right, Ricky should be warm. That was a very interesting discussion about rocks, John. Let's get you up. Oh, pushed it through. Damn it. That's really not good. At least it floats. Okay, really glad it floats. Oh man. There's no poo water, don't worry.